on the new Terran settlement of Dias 5 years ago.
Please stay calm. An evacuation
What the
will
hell
take
is this?
place.
Right, all you A's. We're going on a little field trip. All of you, up against this wall. Get your things. We're all leaving.
Shit, what do we do?
Should we also go stand up there with him?
Yeah, just let's get in the back.
Okay, Cleo, I'm sliding. Okay.
Come on, let's get in the back. Let's get in the back.
Drop the food.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. Just get your belongings and let's get out of here. The whole place is going up. We're leaving. Going off world. Don't worry. Your job's still secure.
Oh, good. Do you hear that, Cleo? I still got a
Your
job.
direction.
We get to keep our suits too.
I'm never giving this up. It's been through too much.
We're keeping our suits. We're breaking off halfway through because we got a take to take.
All right, Cleo.
Well, you three in the back. Quiet.
I got him. Y'all get back there.
Oh, sorry, miss.
I mean,
Right, yeah.
you.
You start taking them out into the hallway. We have to do this in batches. We can only fit 5 in the pods at once, so
I know.
you count. Take this 5. You just go. I'll be right behind you. Just start loading them up.
Hey, you captives as well?
Be quiet, you. We are headed up.
Captives? No, we got jobs.
Oh yeah, no, I got jobs as well. That was a little test. That's a little test I do on people that got jobs.
Will take place.
Oh, but I was, I don't know if I was ready to leave Dias. I guess we can come back soon.
Oh yeah, no, probably.
Get going, you. Because these ones have different jobs.
All right, all of you employees, you ain't worth any good to us dead, so you gotta keep yourselves safe. You see any explosions, you see any blast of fire, you duck, you cover, you keep those bodies alive and safe. I don't want to see anybody getting holes in their bodies. Right now, move.
You heard the man. No holes.
Welcome back, everyone. It's number 3, the third installation, the tricky threequel, the one that we often gets a little bit overloaded with side characters and villains that everyone's been demanding, crowd service that we shouldn't really have put in, and bloated plot lines that don't really go anywhere. It's part 3 of the Backwater Bastards. Cleo
Cleo Day.
And we're gonna do it. I'm DM Dick. As ever.
Such low energy. We did Cleo Day, and then you just go.
That's usually what I do, isn't it?
And I'm here.
Here I am.
Cool.
It's just me doing my useful voice. That over there, that's Daniel.
Oh yeah,
He's,
I'm here. I'm more excited than Dicky to be here.
Are you sure? Because yeah, I'm here.
So Daniel's playing Bortus.
Oh yeah, I'm Bortus, and I'm here to bloody escape this place. Hey, working's all good, but maybe not. Maybe it's not all good at the same time.
Of course, just down there we've got Willem. Is normally Cleo's husband, but today is one of Cleo's goons, Fron.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Fron, best friend to Bortus.
Oh yeah, that's very kind, very
we
sweet.
are going to have some adventures today.
So
Thank
many
you again for
adventures.
having me. I know I say that a lot. I feel like I'm part of the furniture now. I've already made that joke before too. But yeah, it's awesome to be here.
Time to get scratched and farted on.
And the whole pivot point of this adventure, it's Taylor, aka Cleo.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. I just want to make sure for the record that everyone heard that Willem said that he was Bortus's best friend, but he did not mention me, and I've written that on my notepad here.
Yeah. Bug it
and
up.
I just
I'm gonna pay for that.
I
On the
just want
sofa
everyone
tonight.
just want everyone to know that the festive season is coming up. It's quickly
I was in
approaching.
character.
Yeah.
And I will remember that at that time. Thank you.
Yeah, and we're
and
traveling a lot, and I'll probably
and
get
tally
left
ho.
somewhere.
Yeah.
in a parking lot, like in an airport.
In an airport somewhere.
Like
In an
you tried to
airport
leave
bathroom.
me in an airport one time.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yes, Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
But Bordis and Fron are adorable.
They are best friends. I'll allow it. I mean,
heavy weighs the crown, and Cleo
it does.
is the boss of the Caps.
It's lonely at the top.
Mm.
It is. With great power.
Comes great boom.
I do. I do.
I guess we need to do like a little bit of a catch up of where we were
yes,
the last
please.
time. So the Bastards. No, not the Bastards. What am I talking about?
The Caps.
Cleo, the Caps. Cleo, Bordis, and Fron having infiltrated this the secret private facility by masquerading as job seekers. They were all given the role of Grade C, whatever that meant, within the company. Let in, they got to experience their first hot shower, their first cup of clean water. This is like a wonderful place, but they also discovered that the whole place is made of like quite just cheap, dirty prefab things. Everything looks really nice and glistening and white and clean, but it is all just a facade over what is actually quite a cheaply assembled facility, which is played really into their hands because, for example, the systems designed to search for weapons were just doing it based on serial numbers. So the weapons that they had disassembled and the stuff that Cleo had made out of junk didn't set them off. So they were able to smuggle a blaster pistol and several explosive kits into the facility. They also discovered that the food replicator, which was the ultimate find for the takening, the most obvious thing to steal, was just sitting on a bench behind one of these prefab walls, really waiting for someone to take advantage of the chaos and steal. And then when they decided that they should, kind of sneak away and not get themselves locked in a glass box in the experiment facility, they were able to sneak their way through the walls from the bathroom, where they got a bird's eye view of the experiment taking place, where they discovered that in this facility, the scientists were essentially like using some sort of device. It's also like a little sort of funnel thing that's trying to project the consciousness from one person's brain into the brain of another. And for the most part, they seem to just be killing people, giving no regard for the B and C grade specimens that they have, at least.
Oh.
So Cleo decided to interrupt this whole thing with some big bada-booms. And, well, she did precisely that. And they got spotted by an Ursine, because they discovered as well that there was at least one Ursine here who was very angry about the state of affairs, about the fact that the specimens were dropping, that were dying, because they'd apparently been promised what was left. The Ursine being famous slavers, so it's pretty obvious what they meant by that. But anyway, after Cleo set off a second explosive, killing the bear that had sniffed them out, the three were able to sneak out into the facility and see that the scientists had finally managed to get a successful result right as Cleo had blown the power supply to their equipment. Taking advantage of all the chaos, Cleo, disguised as a guard, holding one of the guards' rifles, snuck Bordis and Fron through all the mercenaries, through all the scientists, and out to back. And they were just about to go back into the dormitory that they'd been in before and maybe get their hands on the food replicator, when they noticed that there was two doors, and there was one that was actually marked raw materials. And they're very curious, like, this could be in there. I think there'd be some real good stuff to steal there. They went in and they were confronted by a room full of A-grade specimens. Much sort of younger, more beautiful, more healthy looking than the B's and C's in general. And that's where we catch up with suddenly the alarms blasting, mercenaries bursting in, saying that they're evacuating the facility, all the A's need to line up, and getting Cleo, who is dressed as one of the mercenaries, to round up her bunch, including both Bordis and Fron.
Well, that worked out for us.
Yeah.
Because up until now, things have been very shifty.
We got Lux.
We were almost killed by going into a glass box.
Yeah.
Like, narrowly.
Yeah, very, very close.
Bordis had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Allegedly, which saved our lives. And then
always pay.
We made many risks by trying to loudly peel the wall open. It did not work out. So we're lucky to be here, is all I'm saying. Like, this could have gone a couple different ways.
Another upgrade to A.
Yeah.
You don't get to be an A.
Well, if no one looks too closely at your jumpsuits, you might get away with it. That said, you're not entirely sure like what happens with the A's. Obviously, the B's and C's are just fucking experimental fodder. / potentially like just slaves to be given to the Ursines. So not great.
But here's the thing. We gotta get the food replicator
We got to get the food replicator. Well,
out of the B and C room.
So there is a food replicator in here as well.
Mhm.
Or rather, like multiple food. I mean, there are multiple food replicators in both rooms.
all right.
Are there people expecting us to leave, or are we alone?
No, you're expected. So there's basically in this room. There's not a heckler. There's about 20 A's, and there's 3 mercenaries. There's one who's sort of in charge, standing at the door, barking orders, and then there's you and the other one, sort of like pacing with your rifles, like supposedly breaking them down into groups of 5 to take out into pods to get out of here. And yeah, you are being watched. Basically, there is like this one like mercenary leader who's obviously like some sort of officer, like watching, just standing from the door. Your little group, so it includes Bortus and Fron, and there are 3 others, and they're just tall, sleek, athletic, dire himbos and bimbos who don't really understand what's going on, and they're sort of more perturbed about the fact that like they might not get to say goodbye to all their friends because they're going off world somewhere.
But it's not our goal to go off world, so we probably don't want to get caught in
No,
this.
and it's also, I mean, like the longer you keep following the official line, the greater the chances of you being spotted as not being supposed to be here.
Right.
Which would be a real problem if it happens with Cleo as well, because she's disguised as a guard, and that's not. She's not allowed to do that. That's naughty.
Okay, so all right, y'all. We gotta get that food replicator.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree, actually, because, yeah, if it's a long journey, I heard some journeys in space can take, like, what do they call it, light years? And we don't want to be without food for that.
Light years?
That could be I could get really
I
hungry.
don't know why
actually
they
need
put
to-
you in A group. Light years sounds very ridiculous, sir.
Okay, but yeah, I need to... honestly, I've got to eat 2,000 calories every day, or I will get skinny.
All right. Clearly, they put you in this group because you is an idiot. But yeah, not like us C's who understand
all right.
the way of the world.
That's all right, because you know what? We were told actually to collect one of the food replicators for the journey by the scientists.
Oh, wow.
And
I could lift it. I'm pretty good at lifting things, actually.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
They
No,
didn't
you see,
have
I
many
do the
things.
lifting.
I actually had to just...
no. Fron here does the
got it
lifting.
covered, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, could we take turns? Because I do need to do some lifting today as well.
Well, maybe you should also get one.
You should get one. You should get
That's
one by yourself.
I see what you mean about the C's being real smart.
All right.
That's true.
Cleo, maybe we can get him to carry another one, and then we have 2 replicators.
Look, yeah, now when you heard that we were smart, that's because we is smart. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but, I mean, it's in the wall, so I can't carry a whole wall.
Break it away from the wall. Cleo, now I don't understand what's going on here, but can we just look, follow our lead? All right?
Now listen, we'll peel the wall away, and you get one of them. You're big. You can handle it. You're gonna bring that one up.
There's 3 of them in here.
Yeah.
Let's take all of them.
Let's? Well, why let's?
Yeah, I mean, you are going to be doing this like in full view of like the mercenary officer though. So are you
That's
going to
fine.
get away with even more than one?
Yes, we are gonna get away with it because
Yeah, because now it's a thing. We're making
It's
it
a
into
thing.
an actual thing. Because you did tell the guard, listen, the scientists said we need to get
I
the
didn't tell the
replicators."
guard that, but
You
I'm
didn't.
going to say
Okay.
like I have
we
a
need to
work
keep these
detail.
A's fed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the scientists over there told me to do this.
All right, there's 3 of them in here. That's enough for some of you. One of you gonna have to just get doors and stuff. But now go on over. Peel the wall. Now, Bortus,
Oh, yeah,
From-
Cleo?
you
Yeah,
show them.
yeah, Cleo.
Show them how to peel the wall.
Hey, the door's that way.
Oh, you know,
Ah, this is a work detail. And now I got special orders from the science.
The alarm's we're supposed to be evacuating. We practiced this whole thing. We're supposed to do it fast. Am I the only professional around here?
Oh, Yes. No. I am also a professional. Like yourself, and I actually have business here. I was required to extract these, food machines for the trip. The A's, they're gonna do it with the help of this one. So now please move aside, please.
As long as I don't have to lift any of these damn things, all of you get out of the way. I'm taking the first 5 then. You lot follow me. We're getting you out of here.
And he grabs his 5 Dias A grades, shaking his head like it's like whatever. Like I'm washing my hands of this mess, and leads them out, tapping his wrist to unlock the back door, and is taking them out back towards presumably the elevators, the entrance to the facility.
Whew, that was close.
There's still another 10 outside of your group of the grade A's, and the officer who's like sort of standing there like in the doorway, looking at you, eyes narrowing, and then turning around to like tap his little wrist identifier and lock the door.
Okay.
Did he just lock us in here?
I mean, you've got one as well, so.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying that was a little freaking weird.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Now, since we've peeled many panels, do we know how to just open them now? Can Fron just walk up and, undo the
You
3
know
panels?
exactly how to do it, but it is like breaking a wall, so you've still got to roll a strength roll to do it, because it's literally just like peeling around and like trying to get the interlocking parts to uninterlock by
Here comes
yanking
Willem
it hard.
muscling it up again.
Let's try
Muscle
again. So
boy
first one.
Fron.
Now y'all watch. I keep forgetting I'm a Terran now.
Natural water.
Stop that chat right there, Cleo. No more.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
First roll of the game today. What a way to start.
Well-
This is brilliant.
Pull the panel and the entire wall just falls over.
Not the way we need it to.
I'm going to roll a D100 and see just what the damage is.
Oh my
Yes. Oh, Willem, this is so good. I'm so glad you got to experience natural one. Welcome to the
71.
Bastards.
We're well and truly in the
no,
top.
it's like a really
third of
bad one.
It's a real fuck up.
It's pretty bad.
It's quite bad.
Yep,
The top third of badness.
it is. Yep.
So Fron comes in
Fuck.
and just goes to pry the panel open in front of one of these machines. Gets his little fingers in under it, starts pulling back the corner, and he's bending it. He's bending it back, and then all of a sudden, the entire panel, there must have been a weak point in it or something, because it just suddenly bends in half. There's a big bang, a snapping sound as the metal just buckles and bends in on itself. The center of it just poking out and basically like what becomes like a sharp angle, slamming into the food replicator, just slicing into it. There's just sparks, there's fire sort of like lighting up, and there is just like suddenly just almost like a rotating sunbeam of energy particulate just sort of shooting out of the machine. And you can see as this energy is sort of flying out into the air, there's smells, like there's just the scent of all kinds of different food products just sort of like flashing and flaring, and this energy as it comes out sort of like stutters and bits of it sort of fall down. You can see just like horrible nasty food powder and then like mists of liquid all forming randomly and out of control. It smells terrible. It smells like if you were to take every single fucking thing, in the supermarket, put it in a blender, and then like spritz it up your nasal cavity.
Brilliant.
Way to go, Fron. Way to go.
As he is just getting sprayed down with like pure atomic level food confusion, he also takes
No Fron.
2 points of damage.
Whoa.
Ow.
Ouchies.
That's a notable amount, my friend.
Because not all of that energy is being dispersed into food products. A lot of it is just coming out basically as an energy blade. And Fron is just sort of like knocked back by this onto his back as the lights are now flickering, the alarms are going off. There's just this crazy sparking and slicing and sort of rotating blades, and like this ever-growing like pile and pool of just disgusting sludge.
Nice.
And the guard, who had just locked the door, is now like staring at you, jaw dropped, eyes wide, and running over, pointing the rifle down at Fron as he comes up.
What the hell are you doing down there?
I wiped some of the muck and stuff out of my face. You see, Mr. Professional Guard Person, this is what happens when you rush things, when you don't provide the right kind of tools for the job that is needed. This accidents in the workplace happen. I hope we have insurance.
You stay down there. You don't move. You stay on the ground. The rest of you, back off, back off. You.
And he looks at Cleo and turns and points the rifle at her.
Why you let him do that?
I'm gonna point my rifle back at him. This is a work detail, colleague, and
You hear his rifle power up.
Do I have the pistol?
I've got the pistol. I think.
Did
That's cool. Keep him
Fron end up with
distracted
both?
was
He
Zafrey.
did, didn't he? Yeah, because Borders had the rifle for a while.
And then I gave the rifle to Thing. I didn't get the pistol back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is unfortunate. So you're unarmed. I mean, you could still fucking attack.
I'll look at Fron. Like, Fron.
Because there is just one enemy here right now. So even though he and Cleo are in a Mexican standoff, but so yeah, Fron is on the ground, kind of still getting like sort of sprinkled and sparkled by the remnants of the completely destroyed food replicator. The guard is right here, very close to Fron, but like sort of advancing on Cleo, pointing the rifle. And Bortus is just standing off behind Cleo, along with the other three, your group, the three A's.
I think I will just motion to both Cleo and Boris to back up a little bit.
You think Cleo gets that signal? That's the question.
Oh, perception check.
oh, thank you, Willem. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll roll a perception check as well.
I will roll this perception
8.
check, but I would say that like I think because we're like a crew that steals, we probably do have like some like symbol language.
Oh,
that
so you're saying it
use.
should be a +5?
I mean, like, yeah.
Because we both rolled an 8 and a 7.
Oh, I didn't see my roll. Okay, never mind. 7, yeah. So, but things are heated, so maybe we just don't see it. Maybe we would have understood it if we'd seen it.
I think I'd be willing to offer a +5 on that roll, yeah.
To both of us?
Because you are a criminal gang.
To both of us?
So you both.
Yes. Yeah, best friends.
You know, you would, like in the general sort of hubbub of this, there's every chance you would have missed any other signal. But because the three of you do work as a unit, and like the real basics of like, okay, come now, or back off there, or follow me, or like, no, don't come in here, I'm in shit. All those sort of really basic signals, you guys have kind of got down. So like out the corner of your eyes, without even drawing any attention to him, the both of you see Fron give the signal to back away. Just a subtle little push is all it really takes.
Now, just you lower that gun and let's have a little conversation.
Meanwhile, the mercenary is just constantly advancing on Cleo.
Well, I dare say you should lower your gun too.
Is Cleo going to sort of back away as this is happening?
A little bit.
She's sort of like backing off as the guard fronts in, kind of spittle coming out as he talks, one eye twitching. Clearly he's not happy with this, but as Cleo and Bortus back away, he does continue taking, slow, very militarized steps forward, very careful. He's not taking his eye off Cleo's trigger finger. You can see that he's basically waiting. He thinks if this comes down to some sort of quick draw situation, he's going to be the one to shoot first. But having taken just a few extra paces forward, he now completely has his back to Fron.
Uh-oh.
So now, let's try and get the pistol out and trained on the back of his head. What sort of gear has he got on? Does he have armor?
Not that you're aware of. Like he's just wearing the same jumpsuit as Cleo.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to have any armor. And the other one that you undressed didn't have any armor on underneath as well. So as far as you know,
headgear.
He's got no headgear as well.
Okay. Back of the head.
So are you just going to try and like catch him in your crosshairs? Like,
Yeah. I will wait. I won't take the shot until Cleo gives the go-ahead or some sort of signal, but I do want to train the weapon on the back of his head while I'm lying on my back on the ground.
all right. Well, let's just get your range weapon roll then, just to see like how well you can just like line up and get this shot.
Damn.
So that's a 17. So you've got that. You've got him like, you know, in the back of the head. Like just quick, you pull out the gun, aim it in. Within like a fraction of a second, you have that aim, and you sort of like making eyes to Cleo to ascertain what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So Cleo, you know, like backing away, like presumably not necessarily as all encompassed on like these two rifles, who's going to shoot first situation, because this mercenary right now is completely distracted by this Mexican standoff. Cleo, on the other hand, is up to something with Fron, so she can see in her periphery. Fron, just pull out the pistol, aim that blaster, and point it. Perfect shot right at the back of this guard's head.
Let's drop the act. Fron, take your shot.
Wow. Okay. Let's do it.
So, yeah, the word take your shot, when Fron's finger on the trigger, pulling the trigger, I'm going to have a last-ditch effort, though, because this guy suddenly his face pales, his eyes widen, and immediately he's turning. He's like, you know, leaving Cleo, not really thinking about the fact that even if he does turn and like, you know, try and shoot at Fron and Fron misses, Cleo can then take her shot anyway.
I was going to say, does he turn?
But he goes for it.
We're about to spit roast this boy.
Whoa.
What did he have to beat? A 17. He spins around and but yeah, he turns in time to like, you know, see Fron take the shot. You know, the color just drained from his face. His mouth opens. He goes, "Oh!" as the blaster bolt fires, hitting him directly between the eyes, and then bouncing off onto the ground. A small dried food pellet. As the dice roll for damage was a natural one.
God damn it, Fron.
Charred from the blaster emission, just sort of plopping on the ground, as the guard sort of like suddenly realizing, it was almost about to sort of like reach up and like feel his head, but then he realizes no, he can't take his hands off the rifle as he aims to take shot at Fron in retaliation.
Oh my days.
So you know
Thank
how
you.
I was going to shoot too?
Hey.
Yeah. Are you just going to do that? Because if you do, you get it off before he can even take the shot on Fron.
Okay, but I did roll, and I also got a 1 damage.
Oh shit! But you haven't got food pellets in your gun, do you?
But I don't know.
That's if you're shooting execution style, like, you know,
Yeah.
like the damage is irrelevant.
That's kind of a cool, like, visual, though. Like, he's going to shoot me, but Fron shoots him. Then he turns around, and then I shoot him anyway in the place where
The
Fron was
XCOM slow-mos that are happening in my mind right now. Like,
I'm seeing it in slow-mo right now.
yeah.
Let me have this.
It's like everyone was set to Overwatch and someone ran into the wrong room. You know, like
Kill of the game.
Lifting his rifle, aiming it down at Fron, who's on the ground, you know, struggling to load actual ammunition into his pistol blaster. He aims the shot. He's like,
That's the last mistake you ever gonna.
and at that point, through the
pterodactyl
back of the
scream.
skull, Cleo, with a much more powerful and better built rifle than she's used to having, blows a splatter of red just out the front of this face. There is a gaping hole left between the eyes as the mercenary officer, mid-quip, drops to his knees and then collapses face first on the ground.
oh,
His brains just blasted out of his skull.
Well, that one wasn't a fish finger, eh, Fron?
Hopefully nobody heard that. Thanks, Cleo, though.
Thank you, Fron. Got your back. And your front.
Yeah, my front's a little bit of a mess right now.
Could be worse.
Oh, Fron was the one who was like concerned about keeping the costume clean as well, wasn't he?
now he's got red on him.
He's not just got red on him, he's got like
Everything.
carnage, like fucking like
Aw.
electro
He survived
puke.
the everything. It's all on him.
Oh yeah, the everything in a bad way.
yeah.
Oh my god. Back
Oh,
foreshadowing.
And one of the dire citizens who was there, spotting this, was suddenly struck with inspiration, and that person's name, Stew. No. So Cleo has taken out this officer at this point, and there are still 13 of them in the room here. The A's begin to panic because they're like, as far as they're concerned, they were just being taken off, to evacuate. They didn't know that there's any sort of combative things happening. Certainly no shooting. Certainly, these mercenaries, like, they haven't been aiming their weapons at anyone. They've been carrying them, but they've been pretty friendly and kind for the most part. That's the facade they've been putting up. So when Cleo takes a shot, you can see, like, most of them are just sort of, like, cowering. A lot of them just, like, literally dive for cover behind the bunk beds. They're all just like, what? For the most part, because there is one of them in your group who just steps past Cleo, steps past the body, gives Fron a little nod, and reaches around behind, lifting up the broken food replicator and hefting it up above his head. He's like, see, I'm actually quite good at it. Well, maybe this one, I could just keep this one just for lifting, eh?
Yeah, this group's definitely full of idiots. Why would you get the one that's broken, you bloody spoon?
Oh, it's just, I just really wanted to make sure I get my lifting done in today, hey?
Yeah, but the one that works is just as heavy.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know if I'm as good at getting walls off as you.
Well, fair enough. I guess we all have our limitations.
I'm going to take the rifle from the dead guard and toss it to Bortus, who has no weapon right now.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Cleo.
Now, here's the thing. We ain't got a lot of time. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but you ain't getting out of here yourselves.
Just don't shoot.
Yeah, don't shoot.
Now I know what you're thinking. That might be nice. We ain't here to shoot y'all. We're here to get these food replicators out and to escape to the bringing it. There ain't nothing in here but death. We're breaking out.
You should have seen what we saw in the room before this one. It was a mess. These people are not nice. So, and what I say that I put my gun away inside my suit somewhere. We are not here to hurt you. Cleo is our friend, and she is telling you the truth.
Cleo is also like our gang leader, because we is the Caps, and you need to recognize that name, because when you tell the story in the future, it'll be the Caps that saved your bloody asses, you bloody A's. A for ass, C for cap.
They're all looking like they really don't understand a word that you're saying. Like, a couple of them sort of like, oh yeah, like they nod when you mention the bringing. But again, most of them don't even know about that, because most of these people are dirt farmers. They don't know about secret underworld tradings. Regardless, they're all sort of like gathering around. The ones who are like hiding behind the bed, sort of like peeking up, like heads up above. They're like, oh, what do you want us to do then?
We're getting these replicators out of the wall. Let's start peeling.
Oh, I've just realized I've been lifting this quite a lot, but this is like, I could probably get some good exercise if, hang on.
And he puts down the broken food replicator, which has now been unplugged from the wall and is no longer spitting sparks and energy and mess. Grabbing the exposed panel off the side of the one that Fron caved in, start peeling it back and flexing, and then he stops about halfway. He's like, "Oh yeah, real good resistance," and just stands there holding the wall back halfway.
Now that's what that was supposed to look like. What we gotta do, we gotta get each one of these food replicators, and the other one we'll harvest for parts. We're taking these home, and we're getting everybody out. But they're coming for us, so we got to move.
Are the food replicators, in each inside their own little cubby in the wall, or can we go through the hole like we were shimmying through before and see the other replicators, or do we have to pull each panel off?
I think, they'll just be like next to one another. Like, you sort of pull one out, and then someone else can sort of go and get the next one out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're big. They're like I imagine those bean to cup coffee machines that you get.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, that's the sort of size they are.
I'm seeing like a shitty like coffee machine, like a industrial,
like a gas station cappuccino machine. You know, like
that.
when you get like a Starbucks branded one, but it's like sitting on a bench.
Yeah.
And you just push a button and out comes like an approximation of a fucking coffee. But instead, this thing just like fabricates food. You've got like literally like 15 muscle bound idiots here. So like, it's not going to be too hard to carry these things out.
I think that's what I want to do right now is like get everybody to get a replicator. There's only 2 in this room left that we didn't fuck up, but I do think Cleo is going to go over and like search parts out of the shit one if that guy will put it down.
Hey, Cleo, do I need to carry one or can I be on watch duty?
Bortus, you're on you're on gun duty. Cause the thing is here, we probably are wanted by a couple people.
Yeah. I don't think the job's going to be ours still, is it?
Well, no, but we got to get these replicators. We got to open the next room, and we got to hide this one. Bury him under that slop.
Yeah, all right.
Just kick it over him.
All right, now I can do that. That seems like Bortus work. I can do that. Just start moving a dead body underneath some slop. Kind of like happy with my lot.
As Bortus moves in to start like burying the dead body with slop, as Fron has sort of dusted himself off and got the blaster loaded, as Cleo is digging around in the discarded, broken food replicator just to sort of see what kind of parts she can find it. And this thing is rife with like it is really, really good scavenging right here. Like you can make a ton of explosives kits out of it if given enough time. But you could certainly turn the entire thing into one, decent sized explosion.
One big room
in a pinch
full of bad
without requiring a massive amount of time, because it is now that it is broken, it's kind of already like kind of almost wants to be a bomb anyway.
I do feel like you're right that it wants to be a bomb.
And meanwhile, like your bodybuilder friend has just got the wall pulled back and is flexing and like looking very impressed with himself, as some of the other A's sort of come in and take the food replicators out, and they're also like looking like sort of wide-eyed, looking to the three of you for some sort of guidance.
So they got all the food replicators from this room.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. These are the take of the Caps. Y'all can join the Caps right now, or you can just carry these for us, but that's who they is from. When the knowers get these now, you gon' tell them they came from the Caps. And that's us. If you want to join, now's the time.
Oh, I don't know about all that, but I mean, I guess if the job is over, I don't really want to go back home empty-handed, so
So you're in the Caps now.
Oh, it seems that way, actually. Now that you put it that way. Oh, has anyone got a red pen? Because I need to change this A into a C, I think.
I don't got a red pen, but this guy's been bleeding a lot, so there's a surplus of red over here.
Oh no, I don't think that's a very God,
Well,
she's
either
just gone
his
for
or
it.
yours.
Yeah, this'll make a good C.
God, what voice is that?
It's the annoying lady from Squid Game.
Yeah. she's just like
Totally is her.
I'm good at everything but what I'm not.
Yeah.
Now, listen, we gotta get these out of here. Anybody stops you just say you're on a work detail. Bortus, Fron,
Yeah, Cleo.
we
Yes,
gotta
Cleo.
crack the next door and take what we can. Whatever you can carry.
But Cleo, look, I know now's not a time to get sentimental, but about co-workers and all that stuff, but like I know we came for the take and stuff, and I'm cool with that, but are we just gonna leave everyone else behind?
We ain't leaving nobody. We're taking our people and our take. We're cracking the next door. Let's all go. We got enough guns here. And we
Yeah,
got
but what about the other?
two banks.
What about the other room filled with C's? Are we just leaving them
heck.
behind?
Heck.
Oh shit. I don't want to leave anybody.
Cleo just looks around and sighs. Bortus, you're right. The take will get to the bringing in. Because these here is fresh caps.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a prize when you win the bringing? I only heard about it like a sort of a fairy tale, but yeah,
Well, it's
there
real.
must be a big prize.
It's 100% hecking real, you idiot. Bloody spoon. You don't know anything, do you?
I want to say that so bad, but I can't.
Spoon?
You fucking dickhead.
You fucking dickhead. Fucking spoon.
You bogans. Fucking space.
Fucking
We've,
space
like,
head.
we've taken away all the fucking like spaghetti western of Dias with his accents.
Yeah, no, it's the better. It's a better version.
Hey, this is like a
It
different
does make it
West.
a bit more sort of. It's kind of Mad Max-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like having sort of
Yeah.
this weird, like
I think it's
doesn't
still.
make any sense
I think it's
accents.
fine. I think it works.
Yeah.
or Tank Girl, I guess.
Yeah,
doing Aussie accent.
exactly. It's Tank Girl. It's everything.
This is fucking.
Mad Max. There's loads of Aussies anyway.
Yeah.
isn't there?
It's all
Is there?
Aussies.
I don't remember
They're mostly
anybody's
they're
voice.
mostly trying to do American accents though.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's all-
that's why they sounded so fucking strange.
It is an Australian film though. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all set in Australia as well. Mad Max.
Well, I just thought it was like shitty Earth.
Yeah, it is shitty Earth, but it's set in
That's what
shittiest
Australia
of Earth.
I just assumed but that makes a lot of sense now.
Mm.
Fuck.
You go to New Zealand if you want to film like
Yeah,
you
you watch, like-
gorgeous fantasy, and you go to Australia if you want to film fucking post-apocalyptic.
Watch the original
Well-
Mad Max. It's all Australians, just dirtbag fucking dickheads.
I saw that like so long ago that now
Yeah,
I
I
can't
know,
remember
I know.
anything about it. All I remember is that one guy that like constantly hung off of that truck playing guitar, and all I could think about was that guy the whole time.
I'm talking
I
about
watched.
I'm talking about the Mel Gibson, like
The original.
way back,
Yeah.
the original. Like, yeah,
okay.
you watch that one. It's like
I don't remember
Australians.
that one anymore either.
Yeah,
like,
no, no.
It
So
had like
it's
a
long time
budget of fucking like
It was a long
$5 or
time
something.
ago.
The original one.
Yeah,
oh, they tried.
they tried.
And Waterworld,
Yeah.
that
Anyway, so like we are actually at a dramatic Cleo moment, so we should probably
Yes,
stay in it.
Yeah.
I guess like we could do that. You're right. We still got people. Now, these takes are gonna make it to the bringing in no matter what. Because these here are fresh caps.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, cap.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Is
is
something
y'all.
we say? Cap.
That's y'all now. Y'all are caps. Somebody
and chorus, they all lift a fist in the air and go cap.
Sorry, caps lock.
They think it's a thing.
Cap.
I'm gonna bust a cap in your ass. Somebody put out an arm. A clean one.
What'd you say? An arm?
Yeah.
There's these 13 sort of stunned Dias kids. A bunch of them all just put their arms out.
I'm gonna use some of the guards' blood to write a coordinate in whatever metric we would have used as navigators of the Dirt Sea.
I mean, you know, like desert people, it's got to be
We
good
got
at,
something. It's not what you think it is. It is not Google chords, but
I think
you
it'd be
know.
like real, like, you know, like Alien, you know, like the Alien movies kind of tech, where it's like,
Yes,
just
like
beep, beep
Stargate.
kind of stuff, where it's just like, it's a bit shit. Like, it's kind of like very like retro, like 80s kind of thing. Where
Yes.
yes.
green flashing lights on black backgrounds, but like it's good enough.
Oh yes. That's exactly what I'm channeling here. I'm gonna impart that onto one arm, and I'm gonna hold that person's arm up by the elbow. Y'all look here. This is where you're gonna go. We're all gonna meet up. We're taking everybody. Bring the food replicators here, and we'll all be safe. We're making it out. We got lives to live.
All right. I'm not sure if I can actually operate the elevators. Is just the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about.
I'm gonna reach down into the blood and food slime and pull out another wristband. And I'm gonna hand it to the person with the coordinate arm. This here's your navigator.
Quite a bit of responsibility.
Well,
But I will carry this mantle with the dignity
that it deserves. And,
As you should. You came here for
I
a
think-
job and now you got one.
I will not leave a single of my people behind. There's 10 of us, and there will be 10 of us going out. Oh, no, it's 11.
Oh, 10's good,
it's
though.
It's actually 13.
10's pretty good, though. If you make it with 10, that's probably still good.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is there's gonna be more. Because we're letting the other room out too.
Okay, I
Yep.
said I would take the responsibility. Well, this is looking at a slightly smaller number of people. I'll be okay. I just need to
Fron,
breathe for
Fron.
a second.
Yes, Portus.
I reckon he's getting all scared and stuff because he hasn't got a Fron or a Bordus.
Yeah.
Always
That's a
needs
great point.
Yeah.
always needs to be 2. Point the gun at him. Who's your best friend?
She's over there.
All right, bring
Yeah,
your arm over here, lady. Oi, Sheila, come over here. Put your arm out.
Right, he's my best friend.
Yeah, well. Hold your arm up top. Like you're going to do a big high five.
High five.
Okay. And now you do a high five with your best friend, but make sure you slap that fucking forearm of yours against hers, and then you've both got everything you need to know. And then you share responsibility.
Oh, that's actually very clever. And all right, we have to remember that one of us has got it backwards, and the way we can tell who's got it backwards is we just look at both of our arms, and one will be forwards and one will be backwards.
That's how Thron and I do everything. You're starting to understand. Welcome to the
Yeah.
Caps.
Yeah.
Cleo's gonna like take the original one aside and just go,
But you're the right one though, okay? Follow that one. That one's just for support. You need to remember that. That's the only detail. Just keep.
Oh, I can imagine that so good. So good.
I just love the idea of like Cleo having to be like kindergarten teacher in a world where everyone is like her, but like a little bit less fucking put together.
"Yep,
You're the one with the bracelet. All right. If you forget, that's okay. But you've got the bracelet. The bracelet. Okay? Remember.
she taps her head.
Desperately.
So that's how I know when we're looking at the arms which one is mine.
Yeah, that's how you know. Oh, God. But don't.
A live one.
That's how you know, for sure. That's how you know. There ain't no other way, but that's a way.
All right. People, Caps, follow me. I'm going to take you all, or at least 10 of you, to safety.
This is gonna work out. This is a great plan.
Jesus fuck.
And as these new gang members file out, their trusted navigator, proudly banging the wristband on the door opens up, and all 13 of them file off into the hallway.
At least 10 of you. You killed me with that
We
line,
should
Dickie.
probably have checked that hallway, but
That's a good point.
Fucking killed
you
me
made.
with that line.
too late now.
Too late now. Well,
I mean, there's a lot of dangers in this place. Like you've given them a fighting chance.
except the no weapon, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
we didn't give them a weapon. Fuck.
We need them more.
Hey, they're new recruits. They got to fucking prove their salt or sand
They
or
got.
dirt.
All right, so then they have left, and Cleo's gonna turn to Bordus and Fron, who are covered in blood and food, and now have a second gun.
We got a gun each.
All right, boys. We're going through the wall.
Oh, but what?
Which wall?
The one with the noise on the other end of it.
The what, Cleo?
The noise. We gotta get to the other people.
You just show me which panel to remove, and I will remove the panel.
Yeah, and I'll keep watch.
Cleo's gonna feel along the wall for a bit, listening and searching for weakness. We know a little bit about walls now, so
you generally you've got a basic idea of which direction the other holding facility should be in. Like, yeah, you're a little bit turned around, but like ultimately, like, you know, there's only so many ways it could be. So you're pretty sure you're feeling across the right wall, and you can sort of, as you feel it, like there are hollow sections basically. Like if you're going bang on, it's just like, you know, thin metal, dunk dunk, like, you know, solid wall, and then ding ding ding, you're back into thin metal again. So you sort of reach around, and you do find a point where there is just panels that presumably right behind them, well, not right behind them, but like, you know, they lead towards where that other holding facility is.
all right. Fron,
Yes, Cleo?
you got one left in you.
I can try. Let's do a roll.
Old Strengthy McStrength roll.
Oh, a 12.
Oh,
He's got a +5 on that, so that's actually a 17.
damn.
We're getting through this wall.
So Fron, he's done this a bunch of times now, and even though he messed up royally last time, that was mostly down to the structural integrity of the building materials. And this time, he peels it, and then just like almost like a, you know, like a little like, check this out, guys. Pops the entire thing out of two of its interlocking sides, and then is able to just lift the thing diagonally out of its remaining corner and just toss it aside, leaving behind a perfect rectangular port through the wall.
With a little bit of a flourish.
That is fair and acceptable.
Yeah.
And behind there, you see like a cavity. It's like a decent sized cavity where, again, a person could sort of like slide through, like if they were aiming themselves sideways. Unfortunately, the far wall looks significantly sturdier. More than that, it's quite different looking. Now you're sort of getting like a good sort of like properly like revealed look at some of the more substantial walls of this. It's not made of this this painted white shiny metal. It is made of like a really sort of dull, dark, you know, almost like, you know, just gunmetal-y kind of vibe, but like it's really matte, like stone or plastic or something.
This
Are you
wall looks like
saying
stone
that-
or plastic.
When we were in there, we were in a more reinforced room.
So it's, I mean, there are internal like load-bearing walls in this facility,
Crap.
and clearly they put them around the holding parts of it.
Okay, what now, Cleo? Where are we going?
Well, there's only one thing to do about this, and we need to do it anyway.
Oh, I was
But-
waiting for this.
It's just got pushed up the menu a bit.
All right, bags this hiding spot. Jump behind a big piece of debris and just like, and like
And
hold
I
my
only
knees.
need a couple of minutes now, and I will have an answer ready. And I'm going to start working on that other food replicator that got left that was broken, and it is going to become a bomb, which I will use for two purposes: to disguise what we have done here, and to blow us a new hole into the next room, and hopefully to, you know, kind of disguise what we're about to do there.
I mean, I like it. Give me an explosives roll.
And probably kill, like, the 5 people that are gathered around the wall on the other side,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what the
I'm
noise
so glad
is.
we survived all of that horror. Bang.
Also, like, this is a load-bearing wall, which I'm not ignoring, everyone.
No, that's good. We want to bring this place to its knees.
Well, you know, but we're in it.
This
so
bomb is called Cleo's Yelp review.
This is Cleo's resignation notice.
Yeah.
2 weeks notice. Right now.
Natural 20.
Y'all.
So Cleo gets to work,
Oh,
you know,
my days.
pulling away the plastic casings to get a proper look at the inner workings of this thing. You can see, like, the main thing you're going to have to do is twist around some of the working components so that they're no longer facing towards the hole that Fron made and pointing more to the inner shell of this device, so that when they are unleashed, they will cause an explosion. And It's pretty rudimentary because, like, when you get right down to it, like, what is a bomb if not just a, any sort of energy propulsion device operating a bit wrong? Instead of shooting like a laser out at someone else, it shoots it inward at itself and explodes. So it's the
obvious
basis
now
of
that
all,
you describe
of all,
it like
of
that,
all,
Diggy.
the basis of all space explosives.
Yeah.
And Cleo knows all about that.
She do.
That's why she can take just about any power source and turn it into some sort of bomb.
Into a bang.
Into
And
a
you
big
know
bang.
what? This meal is going to go right through this place.
Chipotle.
So, Cleo, is she just going to aim for like a sort of? I'm imagining like sort of like one of those like those directional. What do you call it? Like a claymore grenade things that you can put down in Metal Gear Solid where it like blows in one direction.
Oh.
They
like
are
an
called
RPG,
claymores,
but on
aren't
the
they?
floor.
I think so.
Yeah.
This is a Taymor.
Brilliant.
Hey.
So yes,
But-
it will go directly through the wall like we want it to.
From the window.
I mean, you've rolled a natural 20, so you kind of get to dictate the way in which this is crafted.
So the food paste drips down my bowels.
So Cleo has crafted, the perfect
dripping
bomb.
on
The only
balls.
thing she doesn't really know for certain is quite how big the explosion is going to be when it goes
I
off.
never do. Some things never change.
But she has the utmost confidence that this thing is going to work as well as, if not better,
is my finest work.
than an off the shelf bomb. This thing's going to be this is going to do what it's supposed to.
Oh, and
Yeah,
I cannot
absolutely.
help but picture Claude's cheeky version of human Cleo.
Yes.
Holding fingers in her ears, like
Oh yeah.
Or like ducking behind like a bed or something with fingers in her
Exactly.
ears,
Yes.
the explosion.
and then like winking with a tongue out, like
Yes,
at the
yes,
at the
yes.
exact time as the bomb goes off, and
That's my favorite.
check out the Instagram if you haven't seen that picture. By the way, you need to see
It's too freaking good.
it. Yeah. If you,
Damn good. So are you all just going to sort of take cover as Cleo?
Cleo was
Sets the thing
definitely
up.
going to take cover.
oh, I've been hiding for a few minutes now.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just grab the panel that was cast aside, grab it and go hide in the opposite corner behind it.
All right. So Fron in the far corner, Bortus is just behind a large piece of debris. Like I'm imagining it's just like an overturned bed. He's just sort of like.
Yeah, I'm picturing overturned beds.
Yeah.
So is Cleo going to sort of just like go beep beep beep, set this thing, and then
Yeah.
just run and
This
dive
is like
for cover?
when you like want to do a group shot and you have to put the camera on 10-second timer, only it's a bomb.
Yeah.
Love it.
Same. Or a bottle rocket, we've all been there.
So Cleo, ingeniously, there's no timer in this thing. It's not a microwave, but it does have different products that take different amounts of times to prepare. So she's taken advantage of that feature and just ordered a burger without the first bun.
Yeah.
That gives you at least a few seconds
Yes.
of safe time where this thing ain't gonna explode.
Burger, no bun. Time.
Not sure if it's just me, but I feel like I'm so much more inclined to shop and eat healthier when the weather is nice outside. Like when I can just peruse the cute little farmer's market on a sunny summer Saturday, I'm so much better at grabbing the seasonal fruits and veggies and just overall gravitating towards fresh produce and away from heavier processed foods. So I've been trying to combat that this winter, and as we head into spring, something I'm bringing with me are my HelloFresh orders. With HelloFresh, you're getting seasonal ingredients picked at peak ripeness, and you can really taste the quality. Ingredients also always travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh, which is so helpful when I'm missing that farmer's market energy. It also doesn't hurt that making their delicious dinners is a cinch with chef-crafted seasonal recipes and ingredients already pre-portioned, so all you have to do is cook and enjoy. I made this salmon limon with a veggie couscous last week, and not only were the veggies so fresh and wonderful, but it made me try a new way of cooking salmon, which was a learning experience and also cooked faster than I usually do it, so I appreciated that. Also, you may have heard me talk about Green Chef before, which is now actually owned by HelloFresh. I really do love both, and with so many options to choose from, there really is something for everyone. If you'd like to try out HelloFresh for yourself, go to hellofresh.com/realm60 and use code REALM60 for 60% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/realm60 and use code REALM60 for 60% off plus free shipping of America's #1 meal kit.
How much time do you think we need, boys? I'm thinking burger, no bun.
Fucking brilliant.
And with that dubiously cool line, Cleo
Thank you, Dad.
sets off the bomb and bolts across the room, diving behind the bed along with Bortus. And not a moment too soon, as the three of you sort of like crouching away, expecting a big explosion. And then, bang. There is a big explosion. There is just like, the room fills with mist. There's
shit.
And it has it's just a sort of a just a kind of like a watery kind of smell, like almost like ozone and water, like when there's a rainstorm on a really, really hot day.
Oh.
And you get that sort of that storm smell.
Hot
There's
driveway.
This mist fills the room, and you hear the explosion, but there's no sort of blowback. There's no dust raining on you. There's no bits raining on you. Seems as though Cleo really did build this thing right.
Yay.
And as the mist is sort of like clearing, and as you're able to you can see now you're looking into. There is dust flying out the other way. There's detritus. There's a big hole. I'm talking like big enough for bear form Cleo to walk through.
Oh,
Just blown through this wall. You can see like now that the wall is blown in this jagged hole, just how thick that thing was, and it was like a thick armored wall. This thing's like a starship or something. Like it's proper armored walls in the important places.
Mm-hmm.
And sparks and everything. There's sort of a red hot outline where the metal's just been melted and burnt by the explosion. And a bit of a divot where you can sort of you can see like the ground has been sort of busted out. And you can see like it has like prefab floor as well where you are, and underneath it is more of this armored plating.
Brilliant.
Damn. Heck
But
yes.
also you can just hear like a whole lot of just shouting and shouting and cursing and roars. You hear bestial roars on the other side of this wall.
Oh shit.
I'm sitting up in my seat, listeners.
Wait, no.
We all knew it was coming.
I did not think it was coming.
Yes, you did.
Yet. Not yet.
Maybe not yet, yeah. But we knew it was coming.
How dare we expect to blow a hole in a wall as a secret? Listen here.
Yeah,
Idiots. Did y'all hear that?
It did not sound good.
There's more of them. Now, I got a plan.
Good. Because
I'm trying to remember which one of you. It's Fran that got covered in food, right?
Yeah.
Now, Fran's got the right idea. Mortis, you and me gotta cover ourselves in slop.
what? Cleo, but it's brand new outfit. Look, I know we've all had a big day, but
you know it'll come off. But now they can smell us. They can. And you know they will.
it just feels
we already
bad.
done learned it.
Cleo, it just feels bad. Can you just make Fran do it to me so that I don't have to be responsible?
Fran, help Mortis.
Alright.
Slop
I
him.
will help you, Bortus. Don't worry.
We only got a couple seconds before they come in here to
I'm
see
gonna
what
get
the
you
bang
back
was
for this,
about.
Fran. I swear.
Okay, told me to do it.
Is that like
Quit your
little
piddling and
sibling
get to
thing when you're
work.
growing up and you're like, don't do the thing I want you to do?
So as Fran is loading up Bortus with just nasty smelling everything,
Yeah.
this
And I'm putting it on
unholy
me.
molecular mix of every
This is actually
food type.
fucking genius.
And Cleo sort of patting herself down. You are there's no way that the three of you now smell like Dias humans.
Fuck, that's smart. Cleo, that's
As
so smart.
this growling and snarling, and you see like a bunch of like debris gets sort of kicked in through the door towards I say door, in through the hole that you blew in the wall.
yeah.
All right, now take cover.
Precious moments to act.
Wait, okay. They're already coming. They're like they're acting on the door hole, so we can't hide in the wall. So we should take cover in here.
Yeah.
All right, take cover.
Gotcha.
And make sure you got a window for your eye hole to shoot through.
I immediately put myself in position where, like, as I'm walking backwards, put myself straight there.
Alright.
American sniper.
I'm gonna have to get a stealth roll from all three.
Oh yes.
You're all just a D20 for stealth.
Okay.
Cleo's not a giant bear at the moment.
17.
16.
Bada bing.
Here comes Villain without one.
No, come on, Willem. Come on, Fron.
An 8.
He's too strong. He's so swole. His muscles have been seen.
Some of his
Stick
stink.
out the edges.
Some of his stink wore off.
They glisten in the light.
Bortus and Cleo are both well hidden. Fron is hidden to to the casual observer, but not necessarily to anyone that is actually looking for him.
Okay. That's ominous.
But on the other side of the wall, the lights are still just like fully lit up. So you see like a silhouetted shadow stumbling through the mist, and it's big, wide, tall Ursine. And as that one hulking sort of shadowy form is coming through the mist into the room where you are, you see it is flanked by another coming round. They're both holding large weapons of some description. And sort of like, just looking and glaring around. You can hear them sniffing because there's not very good visibility in this room. So they're coming in just sniffing away. It's like,
They're gonna be in here. Something set off that boom. Yeah. Stay in formation. You go left, I go right. Alright. How are they doing with sky anchors? I think it's good. They're almost ready to lift them out. Alright. Let's find out who's messing with us and just get out of here. We got what we came for.
So here's the thing. Did anybody catch how many there were? Because there were.
There was two.
It was only two.
There's only two
Well,
talking.
two down
there's
the corridor.
only two who've come into the room. And it sort of sounds like from their conversation that the others might be busy because they are trying to load out their new slaves, their new intake.
Sky anchors. I don't know what that means, really. I can imagine, but... Alright.
It's going to look towards Fron and like hold up my gun and then do like a, our thieves kind of like hand signal chat.
Oh, that's
And
what
just
I was
be
gonna
like-
do, too. We're all, look, best friends.
Fron be like, me and you take out the one that sounds smaller. That's what I'm saying
Fron
in
thinks
hand.
he's saying, you.
Run
Real
out
tiny.
there. Yeah, you so small. You look tiny from here. Yeah.
No, we know this. We know the sign. We know
Yeah.
the signs. Like, I think Cleo sees what you guys are saying, and she's going to sign back to you. She's going to indicate the other one, mine.
So as they lumber into the misty room, one of them is turned to the right, and you can see now that they're both equipped with quite an odd-looking weapon. It's not the sort of thing you ever see on Dias, but it's kind of just looks like they've got like a short sort of staff type thing with with a good grip that they can hold in both of their clumsy bear paws. But then it has like an axe blade either end of it.
Oh.
Because they're Klingons.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh, I was thinking Stargate SG-1, like the
Yes.
the
yes.
tilt
I mean,
weapon.
it's definitely like that sort of thing. But these things they're crackling with like a purple electricity. They've got like their energy blades. So as they fire them up, there's this crackling light now in the mist that gives you like an even easier view on where these two bears are sort of creeping around, and their footsteps are just heavy. Like they have no subtlety, no stealth. They're just coming into the room, sniffing around, knowing damn well that if they get into an altercation with a human, they might take some damage, but they can, generally speaking, finish the opponent before they die. You know, they rely a lot on the fact that they are very hard to take down.
Great. Luckily, we're all armed now. Well, you guys are still well hidden. I am not. Have they noticed me yet?
So they have not noticed you, but like, basically, like as the mist is clearing, as this bear is like coming into the room, it is almost certainly going to spot Fron. Fron might not necessarily know that for a fact, but there is this sort of sense that like they're beginning to sniff around, but they're also beginning to look around.
Okay, because I went and hid in the opposite corners. I'm pretty far.
Yeah, so you do have that
far away
advantage
from-
of like they've actually sort of got to like get around to that
So
part of the room.
again, we can draw them in.
Yeah.
As long as they don't see you, I can still, take a shot at them and draw them in, and then you guys can attack from the sides, flanking them.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you say, Fron doesn't necessarily know that he is going to be seen. But
Fron does know that he's
he
at the
can-
far corner, so like if he does draw their attention, they've got to go a long way to get him.
Exactly.
And they've got melee weapons.
I think he might know that at least, even though if it. So, I guess I could throw away the covering that I was hiding behind,
Oh my god.
making it clatter.
Oh my god.
And then take a shot at the first one for the legs.
Alrighty.
No.
So as Franz just throws his cover away, appearing both bears sniffing, snarling, looking up, just spittle running from their gaping jaws. They both start lumbering towards Fran's position, but not before Fron can just take a shot.
Let's see what happens.
Fron, this is hero shit. Oh.
So he's rolled an 11 straight for the leg of one of these beasts.
Oh.
The beast, clumsy though it is, tries its best to dodge out of the way.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
oh, Fron. Come on, Fron. Come on, Fron.
Fron.
That's an 8.
Yes, Fron.
That -5 dexterity is coming to get me now.
Yeah.
Now that I'm the bear.
Now you're being
The
clear.
bear,
This is the gift of Cleo Day.
and the Ursine
Reversed.
tries its best to dodge out of the way.
Reverse,
but
reverse.
It's too big.
Pick
It's
up
too
5.
slow. And it just gets shot in the side of one of its knees. That knee buckling as it drops down to sort of like
Yes.
one knee, taking 2 points of damage.
Cha-cha,
Alright,
real smooth.
immediately then, in a Fron Bortus maneuver, I will jump
Yeah.
up above the rubble in the air, and then as I'm like flying over the bare body, I'll like point my gun down and start shooting at the head.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
That's beautiful.
Range weapon?
Yeah.
Come on, please. Oh, it's a 2. Fucked it. Oh no.
So Bortus comes up. He's doing this epic maneuver. He runs up the debris, up over the bed, and jumps into the air. He just starts taking shots pew, 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 with the rifle, missing completely, and then sort of realizing that he is coming down on top of this bear, which just spins around, holding aloft its two-handed weapon, and just swiping, trying its damnedest to swipe Bortus out of the air with it.
But I'm
That's not
very skinny.
I'm a little boy.
I'm a little boy. You don't want to kill a little boy on a podcast,
Berries
do you,
and
Dickie?
cream, berries and cream.
I
I,
just-
am
I
a
just
lad
rolled
that
a
loves
22
berries and
on
cream.
that.
Fucked up. I'm fucking dead.
Oh,
I mean, you say that as a joke, but like,
No, I don't.
might
I
be,
do
though.
not say that as a joke at all, Dickie.
I'm rolling damage now,
Oh,
and
shit.
no, I'm scared.
Bortus is dead.
he's not dead, but he is. He's dying. So, Bortus leaping and suddenly realizing that he done fucked up a little bit as this bear walks around. And it's powerful, it's strong, and it's wielding this double-ended energy axe, and it just slices Bortus out of the air.
Oh my god. Dan, you're
Just
killing me, man. I'm so freaked out.
breaking a bunch of his ribs, sending his collarbone snaps. One arm is like flying in one direction. Bortus spins in midair, dropping the rifle, collapsing on the ground as his chest is sliced open. There's blood sort of, gushing out. Bortus completely unconscious on the ground.
Damn.
He immediately, shock hits him. He spasms a little bit before sort of lying there dully, blood forming, just dripping out of his nose as he collapses on the ground there. The bear sort of looking over, roaring, sort of a furious roar before turning back on Fron.
Except that I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay, let's have
I
it.
am not going to reveal myself because
You're just gonna fire from stealth.
I'm
You're
sniping.
gonna
I'm staying
Alright.
in my hole, covered in food.
I see where I fucked up.
That's good.
I
I'm
mean,
glad.
it was a cool move. If you'd got just a sweet headshot
If
off, you
you'd
could have
made
been
it,
fine.
it would have been great.
Oh, I see now that I ruined my stealth roll by doing that.
Also, I rolled maximum damage. Just
You
then.
did.
Like,
You did.
A 22 attack and then a 9
I
damage.
know. I know. Bugger
You
that.
guys-
That sucks.
Oh my god, I don't want Bortus to die, so I have to fucking. Okay. I'm going to shoot at the one that is not damaged in hopes that they will be easier to take down if they are both hurt. So, let's. Oh my god. I'm not gonna say anything or pop out or reveal myself. I'm keeping my stealth. Oh my god. Okay, so I've rolled a 9. It is unfortunate. Oh my god, we can't die here, you guys.
So Cleo takes a shot at the second bear, and narrowly missing, sort of whizzing past the bear's head as it turns, and it starts sort of looking around. It's sniffing now. It's sniffing the air. It's trying to work out where the shot came from.
Shit.
But I've rolled a 7. It does not yet know where Cleo is, and it's sort of wild-eyed, like it's looking. The other one looks like it is still just ready to descend on Fron. It's not too happy about having been shot. It sees that Fron is an immediate danger to it. It needs, it's every ounce of combat training says, kill that human before it does enough damage to take you down. As the bear, the injured one that just mauled Bortus. The injured one that just mauled Bortus, leaving him just bleeding out on the ground, completely unconscious, just drops down into 3 paws.
Can you give this some
Jesus.
respect, please, Dickie?
Sorry, I wasn't expecting to sneeze so much. It drops down onto 3 paws and just starts lumbering at Fron, full speed. It charges in, closing the gap relatively easily, and takes a swipe with its double-ended axe.
Fuck.
Fuck, dude.
Come on, Fron. You're fucking strong. You caught the paw.
You're strong. You can Fron. Come on.
Strong, Fron. Strong, Fron.
Strong.
I've only rolled a 7. So I've rolled a 7. The bear lumbering in, and it's coming in on 3 legs, and then it reaches up to its full height. And you get that big,
Dodge it. Just try to roll out of the way.
grizzly at full height as it just comes down with the axe. But because it is trying to do this all in one movement, and they're clumsy beasts, he's not really, he's really showing off what's going to happen. And Fron, rather easily, is able to just sort of jump out of the way, nimbly, despite his build, to one side as the axe just comes down, smashing into the ground. The crackling energy sizzling and just burning a hole straight through the prefab floor and wedging the axe into the armored floor beneath. The bear sort of growling, slobber dribbling from its lips as it yanks the axe back out of the ground.
I was about to say, because he's doing such a big thing, is there a chance that I could take advantage of it while I roll to do an attack?
I mean, you can, when it gets round to your turn, you'll be you'll have that whole thing. Like he's used all 3 of his energy, so he can't do shit now.
Okay.
That's embarrassing.
Not as embarrassing
like-
as.
I don't know, like doing a really big flashy thing and then boofing it. Like,
Woofing it big time. Yeah. Fuck. Oh my god.
The second bear, assuming, like 1-to-1 fight, 1 human, 1 bear, Fron has got no chance in hell. He's confident, this bear is completely confident in its compatriot, so it is still sniffing around for Cleo. And it sort of like starts moving around the outside of the wall, sniffing and looking and moving things with the end of its axe. I rolled a 14. It still
this is like in
does
Jurassic
not
Park where the raptors
spot
are looking
Cleo.
for the kids.
It's moving sort of, along the wall, kind of towards Cleo's location, but it still hasn't worked out where she is. And on that note, it's Fron's turn again.
Okay.
So you've got this bear, like, right as it's, like, yanking its axe out of the ground.
Kind of just jumped out of the way and he hit where I was standing, right?
Yeah.
Can I, because it's this big, huge thing, kind of jump on him, jam the pistol or blaster right up against his head and take the shot?
Yes,
Ooh.
so it's basically you're going to have a strength roll, like wrestling yourself into position against this unwilling combatant.
So is that just a D20?
It's a D20 plus 5. for
Come
Fron,
on,
'cause
Fron!
He is a strong boy.
Strong Fron. Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
This is so nerve wracking.
I could also run away, but what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, so that's an 18 plus 5.
Yeah, which is 23.
Oh my god.
come on, Fron,
We'll take
please.
it. We need
Please,
a good
Fron.
roll.
The bear is strong too, though, and the bear does not, it does not want to find itself in a position where a human is on its back with a gun pointed at its head
Same.
for obvious reasons.
I don't know about that.
Damn.
I've rolled 20, which is a bloody good roll,
But
but it's not a
Yeah.
23. As Fron, literally wrestling a giant 7-foot humanoid bear.
Fron.
Oh my god.
He pins that bear's arms out of the way. The bear is trying to wrestle him off, and Fron just captures that arm and pins it down, brings the blaster around to the bear's skull. And
Right, range weapon?
are you just gonna fire? Because
Yeah, I mean, I
no,
would just
from this
shoot.
point you don't need to aim.
Yeah, that
Like,
ain't ranged anymore, baby.
That's just changing channels.
No, I was thinking for the damage, but yeah,
Put it on
No,
ESPN.
you're literally just rolling damage. So
Put the footy
what
on.
weapon have you got again? Oh, you've got the one-handed weapon. So that's going to be give me a d6 for damage.
Oh my
Last thing the
god.
bear sees is some Martha Stewart. It's a fucking
Commercial.
yeah, exactly. Blinks out
Oh,
of
nice, there
existence.
you go.
Bada boom, that's a 6, and you're getting
Max
a triple modifier
damage.
for this straight to the head shot. So
Holy
that's 18 points
shit.
of damage.
Holy shit, Fron! You've just rolled so well.
As Fron just plants that blaster on the side of the bear's head, and there's just a blasting sound, the smell of singeing fur, the smell of singeing meat, the cracking of bone, a spray of blood out onto the wall as the bear slowly just tumbles and plummets like a felled tree, just boom, resoundingly landing flat on its chest. The insides of its skull now on the outside as Fron neatly surfing that wave sort of, comes down on top of the bear.
Fuck.
Whoa.
You hurt my friends, I hurt you.
Wow.
So now we're Bortus, and we're gonna roll a D100
Okay.
to see if he dies or not.
Oh, okay. Do I want to ask what the roll will mean before I roll it, or should I just roll it?
Just roll.
Okay,
Let's
just rolling it.
So Bortus has rolled a 17 on his durability save, which means that he's there, he's dying, he's going to continue taking damage, but at the moment He doesn't take any more. He's sitting there on 0 hit points.
So how?
If he doesn't get medical attention, this will continue to happen every turn. But for now, he's survived it.
Oh,
And unless he gets some sort of medical attention that stabilizes him, that number is just going to keep creeping up. But in the meantime, it's Cleo's turn. She is still completely hidden in the corner with her rifle trained on the remaining bear.
damn.
I'm gonna stay the course. I'm gonna stay hidden and stay shooting.
Give me that shot.
Come on, Cleo. Yes.
A 15.
Yes.
Bada boom. Okay, the bear isn't expecting this, isn't able to make any sort of defense against it.
Yes.
As Cleo's shot strikes it, and you can see it just goes in sort of through the neck of this bear, and the bear sort of coughing and spluttering. There's blood all down its front. It takes 6 points of damage,
Yes.
but it is still standing, sort of clutching at the wound and looking looking around. You can't really tell with its beady eyes if it is looking directly at where you are, whether or not it has seen you or not. But it certainly has a general idea of the direction from which those shots are coming from. And now we're going to find out if it spotted you or
Oh,
not.
shit.
Well,
This is my turn again.
Here we go.
13. The bear knows which direction Cleo is in now, but it still doesn't see you, and it starts creeping up. And it comes all the way along the wall to the point where it is close enough to just smack her down with the axe if it spotted her, but it is sort of sniffing and looking around. But Cleo is sort of tucked behind the other sort of remnants of this living area, like one of the dividers, and she is completely hidden for now. Anyway, it's back to Fran's turn,
Okay.
Good.
and
Because I know where Cleo is.
Yeah, but don't tell.
I'm going to shoot at the other bear.
I got back up.
This time, again, try for the head, I would think.
I mean, it's simple.
I'm
it's
trying
the
to
point.
kill him, but I do... It's more to get his attention, but I do actually want to kill the damn
No,
thing.
do shoot at him.
I love this whole thing of the three of you being in 3 different corners and just forcing this melee component to run to you and stuff. It's actually working.
I know. I
These
can't
bears,
believe it.
stats wise, they have got a real edge on you. But
Well, one of the
just
corners
range
is dead.
yeah, give me a range
so-
weapon. That's true. So you've rolled a 12 there. The bear is going to try its best to dodge out of the way. Oh my goodness, and it's clumsy, but I've rolled quite well.
Oh no.
So you've rolled a
God.
12 on the attack. I've rolled a 13, and that is with the -5. The bear sort of looking up, now completely abandoning its search for Cleo. It takes a sort of a little sidestep, dodging the blast of fire, and looking down at Fron, and looking as though it is about to drop down like the other bear did onto its lower limbs and charge in. But before we get to any of that, Bortus is going to have to make another durability save.
Great.
Good. Natural 1.
Natural
fuck.
fucking 1.
You gotta kill me. That's gotta be death.
This is pretty sad.
This is just
So
oh
Oh my
fuck.
God.
as Fron is sort of there, looking down at this bear that's about to run at him, still standing over the corpse of the recently felled one. He's already avenged Bortus, at least. And as Cleo is sort of in her hiding position, she has a full view of the whole room. The bear that was near her sniffing is now getting ready to run at Fron. But all of you catch just for a moment a coughed splutter as Bortus, delirious, almost sort of on the edge, just dreaming, gets just a moment, just a brief moment of lucidity as his eyes come open and he coughs up a small bit of blood, and he can tell that he's fading. And as that pool of blood is sickeningly large, you know that too much of Bortus's blood has come out onto the ground. Pale body, his eyes glazing over. He lets out his final words.
Fron,
Yes, Portus.
One.
What?
I didn't hear you.
And as Bortus collapses completely limp, blood oozing from his body, just dribbling out of his mouth, his eyes completely glazed over and dead, and his chest stops rising and falling. And Bortus is dead.
Fuck.
Well, shit.
Bortus ain't going to be in Cleo Day Part 4.
What are we gonna do? Like, just objectively, like, what are we gonna...
Fuck, that's devastating. Oh, one jump fucked it up. Oh.
You can always die at any time. And that's where I'm going to call the episode.
Oh,
God.
fuck. God damn, I knew you shouldn't jump into fucking action. God.
We just done it. We just had our first, like, legit character death.
And it hurts. It hurts a lot. It is devastating.
I'm fucking
I know he's not
ripped.
your main character, but
No,
like,
he is.
I kind of love Bortus.
I cannot help but feel attached to any character, and this hurts. This is wrenching
Bortus
my
and
soul.
Fran are important.
Oh,
Yeah.
And as well, they're an inseparable unit as well. Like,
Yes.
they're a duo. Like,
we were
Yeah, Fran's going to be destroyed.
we were the role model for the other group to have. They needed to have their own Bortus and Fran to be able to work
How are
successfully
we
as a
going to
team.
teach the other group how to navigate now?
But damn, it just hurts, Dickie. This dick magic is painful. It's so, and I know I'm taking the piss out of this now to try and like make joke and make light of it because I cannot experience the actual emotions. But damn, it really sucks.
Y'all should have
well, I
seen
mean, this
Dan's
is.
face
I
when it
wouldn't call this
happened.
dick magic. I think this is pure dice magic here. Like,
Oh, that was
I was trying to punish you for doing something silly, but I
You did.
didn't think I would roll because it was like basically like a 2 out of 8. So that's there was a 1/4 chance of me killing you,
well.
which is actually quite high.
That's
I
quite a
suppose.
high
Yeah,
chance.
it's a little. You guys said it was high when I said, "What if the vaccine had 25% chance to turn you into a centaur?" And you guys were like, "Whoa."
Yeah, well,
Now-
True. That
look, 3% in
No one's
video
gonna know what
games
the
is a
fuck
high
that
chance.
means.
So it's
Yeah, go listen
yeah,
to
yeah,
Simon.
exactly.
Yeah, go listen to the sidearm if you want to know about that centaur vaccine. But listen, you know what? We need to have a moment of silence right now, not only for Bortus, but for the frickin' red hot warning that Dick just laid down on our doorstep that says, "Hey, fuck around and find out, okay, you guys?"
Yeah. All right. Silence starts now.
Now I need to eat something and take a bath because I'm like upset.
I'm gonna go and heat up a tin of beans and just fucking eat my fucking sadness. This is so sad. It's so
Get a can, get a
It's
spoon.
Bean therapy. Bean
Two of
therapy.
Bortus's favorite
I'm
things.
honestly
doesn't
gonna
even-
go and
do it
do
that way.
can of beans with a spoon right now because
Straight up.
I need to
Willem
fucking
doesn't
pour
even
one
heat 'em
out
up.
for. Fair enough, Willem. Respect.
He eats them cold.
I'll have them cold
eat
on
them with,
toast. They have
hot
hot
things,
toast
so-
with cold beans on top. That's
I
all right.
eat
Yeah,
I
exactly.
eat them cold with a bunch of chili flakes on top.
But that's only if I'm feeling really lazy because it's not that hard to heat them up.
Way to dunk on Willem's eating preferences.
You gotta be.
no,
I
he
feel like
eats them
I have
cold
to be
as
feeling
like
very
it's a thing.
It is kind of
No,
a
it's
like.
exactly
It's
that-
kind
that
of a little
hot and
treat.
cold
Yeah,
cold,
like,
yeah.
thing.
I'm gonna go eat some cold curry.
I
right
get
now.
it. I do get it. Like I've
Mm.
had some very good cold bean experiences over the years.
Well, Bortus
that
is
can
never
mean a
going
lot
to
of
have a
things.
cold bean experience again. Bortus is
Yeah,
just going to
maybe
be
I'm
a
lightening
cold
the mood
bean
too
from
much.
now on.
He's a cold bean now.
I hate this.
Oh man.
I
Oh,
fucking
Dickie.
hate
I mean,
this.
How does it feel, Dick?
We're gonna.
How does it feel?
Dick's-
Oh,
Dick's
it
like,
feels a
stop
bit
putting
dirty.
it on me.
because I've kind of like I've wanted for a while to kill off a main character.
What?
But every time that we have come sort of close, it has always been something like this, where it's like, oh man, I really hope they don't die right now, because this is going to be abrupt, and it's going to be like actually tragic. It's not going to be like dramatic and like cool. It's like, because this is Bortus being cut down, his life being cut short.
I just want you to know that I'm definitely gonna fucking clip that into a TikTok.
When you realize your DM is a fucking dick.
Everybody who's listening, just know that we had to look at his face while he said that.
Yeah, we all sat in silence while Dickie told us that he dreams of killing us daily.
I do what I do to service the drama of the story. And,
okay.
I mean, death is an important part of like heroic and action-based stories. It just is.
Shit. Okay. God.
Yeah. Okay, man. Cool. So when are you playing as your character again?
Best friends. Yeah. Birthday.
Yeah.
No more birthdays.
Yeah. Turns out that you jumped stupidly into the fray of battle when you shouldn't have, because you're an idiot.
We need to have switch it day, and like me and like Dan DMs, and then I DM, and we kill Dick.
Yeah. Just take turns
over and over
and over again. Time rewinds 5 seconds. Make your choice again. Still not good enough. You did again, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
It doesn't hit a 60. Too bad.
I get to roll 3 d20s and add them all up. You get to roll
Your
1.
shield is stuck.
Yeah.
Because I say that it is.
You're in a room, and all the walls are 6 foot spikes, and all the ceiling is 6 foot spikes.
And it's
then
raining.
The floor opens
but
up,
it's poison.
and it's 6 foot spikes. You die,
And the distance is 5 foot between all of them. You fucked.
There's something on your hand, so you lick it to find out. It's battery acid.
And you look down your pants, and it's filled with mercury.
Oh God! Once again, please listen to Sidearm for that epic burn.
You need to understand the mercury sidearm.
Interstellar proportions that I will never forget. So that was.
You know what? I mean,
you know how Dan dies, and you can hear how I die in the Sidearm.
Yeah.
We killed Bortus, and I feel like Cleo and Thrawn are going to have some quite strong reactions. But
who
dear
knows?
listener, you're going to have to wait till next time to find out what those are, because we got to wrap this thing up.
Got to wrap it up, and that means a little sing-song from you, Dickie.
I do. I put the new list for you in planning.
I thought you'd never ask.
Because, thank you so much for getting to the end of this episode and for listening, and just thank you for being there as a listener for us and our show. This, you drive us every week to make more content, whether that be audio or art or lore-based. It's just so good to know that people are enjoying what we're making. And there are some ways that you can support us more if you want to. One of those ways is the Patreon. You can become a patron, get access to Sidearm, which is what we've been referencing a little bit there at the end. And it also has our entire first D&D campaign, Ralaran.
And you can hear all sorts of things. I was actually just mouthing the words because I'm trying to work out the song I'm going to sing. But
and then another bonus of being in our Patreon is that at the end of each episode, we will sing our patrons' names. So,
and by we mean Dick. We'll do that.
We do mean Dickie. And if Patreon is a bit out of reach at the moment, that's fair enough. Share us on social media. Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. All of that stuff helps more than you'll ever know. It pushes us up charts, and it just really is the lifeblood of podcasts. Is that word of mouth?
Listen.
So
word of mouth is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it's really great. But huge shout outs to everyone who's already done that. And again, huge shout outs to everyone who is a patron. Really appreciate it.
Here's a little thank you to our patrons. Here's who they are at the time of recording. Cheaper by the Dungeon and Lucas, the Abel Queen and Marcus, Nicola, Randy and Bots, Trevor, Bentooth, Daphne, Doff, Shima, Jimmy, Govin, Pale, Maddest, Max and Bodie, Waco, Isaac the Captain, Tobias the Beard, and Claude.
Whoa! I never thought I'd hear a different melody to that song, but you fucking nailed it.
I was
I had it rhyming at
already
the
used
beginning.
to it. I was used to it. I know. I was like, hold up. And the syllables were like
Yep.
slamming into place.
Oh, Dickie, look, there's
Kind
a
of like
reason.
how that attack was supposed to that you did, Dan, but don't worry. It's cool.
Oh, bloody hell. Can you let it rest for a moment? Like, much like Bortus's
The
body.
dead lie.
Let it
Do not
leave.
speak ill of the dead.
Rest in
I
power.
should shuffle
Bortus.
the order of the names because that will give me more inspiration for new songs. I know. I'm going
It
to shuffle
will.
the order of the names.
Please.
What
next time.
classic dicking right there, eh? Put it on us. It's our
What
fault
a
that we didn't
classic
order it
dicking.
that way.
What a classic
Classic
dicking.
dicking.
Yeah, fucking dickheads.
But thank you, patrons, and thank you, listeners. And thank you, Dan, Taylor, and Willem.
Oh, man.
For Dan.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. I
Bloody,
guess.
you bloody spoon.
Thank you, Dick, for ripping us in half.
See you next time.
Woo!
Bye. Bye.
See you next
Bye.
time. Bye.
I love how this is a podcast with audio and everyone did a visual bye motion.
I see with my ears like a butterfly.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.